This is another one of my rants. Um, I just come to vent about certain things, particular things that, you know, life itself being very, is indescribable of how harsh it has been for me, especially as a black man, and say the betrayal, the discrimination, the indiscriminating attack by malignant neglect by my family that caused me to be an adult now and left emasculated and almost to the point where it seems as if anything I do is left to me to be incompetent or incapable. Uh, And it's all been practically, you know, done in a way where it is systematically done. It was systematically done for this outcome to be as this way, and people itself are being in a black society. People in itself, people constantly taking advantage of me. People constantly taking advantage of me, and they're trying to take away opportunities from me. You know, because I come into an understanding, say, the stuff white people say or describe about our people, you know, and it hurt me. It really irks me. It really irks me, say, to come to admit it and come to have to embrace and accept it for my own survival. So, so I do not perish. I do not perish, and I live in constant pain. I right now going through survival guilt and a lot of plethora of other stuff. I I have yet to understand. You know, I come in to understand my emotions and feelings towards my the absence growing up absent with the absence of my mother growing up, you know, and seeing how important roles your parents or these parental figures play in your life. You know, like I mentioned before, the I was growing up is I only experienced malignant neglect. There was nobody there for me, and people who were there as my guardian only abusing me to a degree where they're trying to incapacitate, and I do everything I've done and take the measures to protect myself. I hid away from them. I try to be obedient. I try to be disciplined. I try to um, do things favorable to please them, and it did not work. It did not work. You know, I just was mortified. I was pain and suffering that I experienced as a man is immeasurable, you know, and it does persist because in society nobody really gives a fuck. Nobody really gives a fuck. And in this society, it's not that nobody gives a fuck about men in general, is a persistent or constant attack against me because I am vulnerable and people subjugate me people objectify me, people, people do stuff at all sort of atrocious, vile, heinous stuff, and it's being practically exercised by my family, and I just tired of it. I just tired of it. You know, it's hard dealing with the fact now, you might be just alone in this. I don't know how much I can put up with this, how much longer I can put up with this. I am trying to avoid being falling victim to being a cliche or some kind of new niche what they're trying to create to perpetually victimize me. Right. So, you know, generally I've lost hope in humanity. I never saw that growing up, and I understand. I come to understand acceptance that, it can't be found, cannot be found. Some of the atrocities I have experienced, even in recent years, just recently, and I try to stay positive. I try my hardest to stay positive. It's hard doing that, healing, coping with trauma, because subconsciously, all the traumatic experiences play back subconsciously in my head, even stuff I don't remember, and it made me very irritable. Certain people, I feel like I can't. I'm very terrified of my own people. Well, now I don't consider I have now come to disown these people. You know, I, that's the only thing I can do for myself. I don't blame myself. I try not to blame myself. I try not to be bashful anymore. You know, one point of time I used to be very ashamed and embarrassed. You know, and it never it does make things harder for me, even you know when it wasn't so hard. Like when people giving me a good energy, you know, I'd been neglectful of those people, and I wouldn't reciprocate as I'm supposed to, because I'm fearful of lost. I'm fearful of abandonment. So all those people that felt like I come across in the past and felt like I wasn't there or wasn't why I didn't do extend or you know that's the reason why, because I was fearful of losing, so it was easier for me to carry on as if I did not care, or carry on. I wouldn't say I was a callous person, but I never consider people or try to make people get too close to me. You know, 'Cause I hear fighting of people who are supposed to be my family, who are close to me, and they're bringing in people in here that forcing their way, breaking all sort of boundaries, and they don't want to respect my space. Now I'm left here scarred, mentally scarred, you know, and I really need help, and I cannot get help in my society, whether professionally, or even, you know, how modern day, how we treat men today, how we treat men today is just atrocious. And, as a black man, I'm always on the lowest of the people value me less. Cause I don't have nobody, I don't have body, and everybody see my family discard me and cheating me away for no reason. You know, they boy him up, they do all sort of terrible things, and I don't get any justice. I've been stripped of my humanity. I've been constantly dehumanized, you know, and it's very hard to cope with that. It plays back in my head every day, every second, and I can't, I haven't slept in weeks now. I haven't slept in weeks. It giving me, making me have a hard time articulating myself, and even talking is becoming more difficult. Even articulating or expressing myself becoming more difficult. 'Cause it's just, it's just, what can I say? What can I say? Somebody fighting for their right to live, and the whole of society is saying you're not worthy to even stand up for my own self, you know, and making it seem as if I doing something wrong to stand against tyrants. Then the hypocrisy and hearsay when I come on the internet, I surf the internet and see the very same people who um stripping me of my dignity, humiliating me, doing all these stuff to me, horrible crimes. Now have problem with racism, this and that. Want their rights to be respected, their individuality to be respected. So I find it as a hypocrisy, and I don't know what this even, what anything even mean anymore. I lost my sense of what's real or what's not, you know, and that I really lose a sense of it. It's just that it's hard to trust anything, hard to trust anything. I don't believe in anything anymore. I don't have any faith anymore. I prefer knowing something factual, and people in my culture is very dodgy. They're very inconsistent, and they want you to left to just believe say things is going to be that way when I don't really see any evidence. I don't know why people like so terrible, you know, so terrible just because I don't have no mother or no real family or brought up, see, you know, and I am constantly maligned for where I grow up or where I coming from, and I don't know how for circumnavigate this. I tried everything. I tried even playing them game, and it's just not working. Because these people just here, they just here to take the piss, you know. They just here to take the piss. I don't have anybody I can call upon. I don't have nobody whom I can reach out to. And to be honest, I don't feel like to reach out to people anymore. Really and truly, though I'm desperate because of all of the atrocities I see after I reached out to people and what they had done. What they had done. I reach out to people and they try to ruin, they try to do all sorts of stuff, slander me, defamate my character.